Have you felt it? Perhaps it started last night, in that deep, sacred quiet, when the world was asleep and you were alone with the silent, heavy weight of your own life. You may have been staring at the ceiling, your mind racing, your heart aching with a longing you couldn't quite name. And in that stillness, a different feeling emerged. A subtle shift in the energy of the air, a quiet, resonant hum beneath the surface of the ordinary, a feeling stirring deep in your bones that this day, August 8th, is not just another date to be crossed off the calendar. It is an arrival, an ancient appointment that your soul, in its infinite wisdom, has been unconsciously keeping. I am here to tell you, with every fiber of my being, that you are not imagining it. That feeling is an echo of a truth that is both profoundly personal and timelessly universal. It is a signal fire lit on a distant hill, meant only for you. This message is a sacred pause in the rush of your life. It is an invitation to step out of the current of expectation and obligation and into the sacred temple of your own being. We will not rush this. We will take our time, and we will honor the journey that has brought you to this exact moment. You are so very welcome here. There is a reason the number 8 has been calling to you. Think back, perhaps you glanced at your phone and it was 8:08, and for a fleeting second, your heart skipped a beat. Perhaps it appeared on a receipt for your groceries, a license plate in front of you in traffic, the number of emails waiting in your inbox. Your rational mind, so well trained to protect you, may have dismissed it. A coincidence, it says. You're just looking for signs. But your soul knows better. Your soul knows a secret language. It is the language of synchronicity, of symbols, of quiet nods from a universe that is deeply, intimately, and lovingly engaged with your journey. These are not coincidences. They are affirmations. They are love notes slipped under your door. They are the universe gently taking your face in its hands and saying, I see you. I see how tired you are. I see how hard you are trying, and I am with you. Something is about to change. Each time you see that number, it is a whisper that has echoed through ages, a sacred symbol held in reverence by mystics, builders, and dreamers since the dawn of humanity. And today, that ancient, powerful wisdom is not just a distant echo. It is knocking gently, persistently, on the door of your heart, asking to be let in. The number 8 holds a profound and dualistic mystery. When we see it standing tall, it is two perfect circles touching in a single, graceful point. It is the perfect symbol of balance, a bridge between the heavens and the earth, the world of spirit and the world of form. But when we gently turn it on its side, it becomes the symbol for infinity, an endless, flowing loop. Now, let's be honest. For many of us, that loop has felt less like a gentle flow and more like a cage, a well-worn groove in a record, playing the same sad song of struggle over and over. But this idea of the loop, of cosmic balance emerging from a repeating cycle, is not your burden alone. It is an ancient truth your soul inherently remembers. In the fertile lands of ancient Egypt, they spoke of the Ugdod, 8 primordial deities, 4 frog-headed gods, and 4 serpent-headed goddesses, who swam together in the primal, chaotic waters of creation. It was from their balanced, cyclical dance that the sun and the world, as we know it, was born. They understood that the number 8 represented the very fabric of cosmic order, the divine harmony that makes life possible. Thousands of miles away, in the spiritual landscapes of the East, the number 8 is considered the luckiest of all. In China, its pronunciation resonates with the word for wealth and prosper. They see in its perfect, unending shape a celestial knot of endless blessings, a promise of good fortune that can never be broken. In the path of the Buddha, we are guided by the noble eightfold path, 8 sacred principles for living a life of wisdom, virtue, peace, and liberation from suffering. Do you see the golden thread weaving through these cultures, across these millennia? The message whispers the same eternal truth. Balance is the path to freedom. The cycle is the source of all creation. Now, let us bring this home into your heart, into your life, because this ancient story is also your story. That feeling of being stuck in a loop is real. Maybe for you, the loop is the quiet exhaustion of being the caregiver for everyone else. You pour from your cup all day long for your children, your partner, your colleagues, your parents, and when the day is finally done, you find your own cup is not just empty, but cracked. Maybe your loop is the voice of the inner critic, the one that whispers you are an imposter, that your success is a fluke, that you are one mistake away from being found out. Maybe the loop is a pattern of relationship, of choosing people who cannot see your light, because a part of you still believes you are not worthy of being truly seen. Maybe you are a mother who looks in the mirror and no longer recognizes the woman staring back, having lost your own identity in the service of your family. Maybe you are a professional woman, so capable and strong, but battling a deep burnout that feels like a secret shame. Maybe you are healing from a betrayal that has made it feel impossible to trust yourself or anyone else ever again. These are not small things. This is the sacred weight you have been carrying. And that loop, that feeling of here we go again, is your soul's desperate cry for a new pattern. It is the signal that you are ready. Not just ready to break the cycle, but ready to transform it into a source of power. And so, we arrive together at the doorway. This day, August 8th, is a portal. The veil between your intention and its manifestation in the world is whisper thin. And the key to this door is not just a personal key. It is a universal one, forged in the heart of the cosmos. The ancient mystics and philosophers who studied the hidden architecture of the universe saw this shape not just as a number, but as a building block of reality. In sacred geometry, the octahedron, two four-sided pyramids joined perfectly at their base, is a three-dimensional 8. It is one of the 5 Platonic solids, the shapes that form all matter, and it represents the element of air. Air is our breath, our spirit, our intellect, our voice, our communication with the divine. The octahedron is the shape of a natural diamond, a crystal, a vessel designed to absorb, hold, amplify, and radiate pure light. This is the energy you are aligning with today. You are remembering that your soul is a crystal, capable of taking in all the light of the universe and shining it back out into the world. This hidden wisdom is even built into the architecture of our most sacred spaces. Think of ancient cathedrals and temples. Think of their baptismal fonts, so often built with 8 sides. The master builders of old knew a profound spiritual secret. They knew that the 7th day of creation was for rest and completion. But the 8th day was the symbol of a new beginning, of resurrection, of rebirth. It was the day of stepping out of the old world and into a new covenant with one's soul, with God, with spirit. You are not just trying to feel better, you are participating in a sacred rite of passage, as old as humanity. You are choosing your 8th day. And how do you open this magnificent door? The beautiful, liberating truth is that you already have the key. You have been forging it your entire life. It is not something you need to find. It is something you must simply recognize. It is in your hand. Feel its weight. Look at its substance. This key was forged in the fire of your resilience. Every single time you got back up when you were knocked down. It was tempered in the waters of your tears. Every time you allowed yourself to feel the depths of your sorrow and your joy. Its edges were sharpened by every difficult boundary you set. Every time you said no when it was easier to say yes. Its intricate pattern was carved by your laughter, your hope, and the unwavering kindness you showed to others, even when none was shown to you. Do not mistake your scars for flaws. They are the markings on your key. They prove its authenticity. The burnout, the heartbreak, the loneliness, the feeling of being unseen. These were not punishment. They were the pressure that turned the carbon of your experience into the diamond of your wisdom. You have already done the work. You have already earned your passage. All that is left is to acknowledge the key you hold, to see its sacred worth, and to have the courage to place it in the lock. So come, let us approach the door. Let us take the key in hand. Find your breath again, that sacred rhythm of infinity. Close your eyes, if that feels right for you, and enter the sanctuary of your own heart. We will speak this truth into the heart of the cosmos, knowing that the universe leans in to listen. Let the words be your own. Let them be a vow. On this sacred day, this 8th day of the 8th month, I stand in the center of my own sovereign power. I stand in the great cosmic doorway between all that has been and all that is now possible. I honor the ancient, sacred wisdom of the 8 that flows in my blood, my bones, and my soul's memory. I acknowledge the cycles of chaos and pain that have brought me to this threshold. I see them now, not as punishment, but as preparation. I honor the woman who survived. I honor her strength, her tears, her unwavering heart. And now, with the deepest love and the most profound grace, I release her from her duty. With this breath, I release the loop of not enough. I release the story that my worth is tied to my productivity or my sacrifice. I release the suffocating weight of my ancestors' unresolved pain. I release the fear of my own magnificent power. I release the guilt of needing rest. I release the fear of disappointing others. By choosing myself, I lay these heavy, worn-out stories down at this ancient door. They are not mine to carry into the new world. And now, with my eyes fixed on the light, I turn my key. I step through into my 8th day. I step into my rebirth. I welcome the divine cosmic order into the chaos of my life. I welcome the noble path of balance and self-compassion. I welcome the prosperity of spirit, of joy, of peace. I welcome the endless blessings of the infinite knot, woven by my own hands. I welcome the courage to be seen, to be heard, and to take up space. I claim my place in the universe as a living crystal, created to absorb and radiate divine light. The shift is not a distant event. It is the ground on which I now stand. The transformation is not a hope. It is a memory of who I have always been and who I now choose to become. And so it is. It is done. Breathe that in. Breathe it all the way down into the roots of your being. Let this new reality settle into your cells like starlight. The energy of this day, this powerful conscious alignment you have just claimed, does not vanish when the clock strikes midnight. It is now a part of you. You have not just shifted a mood, you have initiated a new timeline for your soul. You have taken your place in a long, unbroken line of mystics, healers, and wise women who chose to awaken. You have become a keeper of the mystery yourself. Remember, the ancient temples, the sacred texts, the holy numbers, they were never the source of the power. They were always and only signposts, pointing back to the magnificent, radiant divinity that resides within you. You are the living temple. You are the sacred text being written. You are the number 8, come to life, the perfect, breathing balance of heaven and earth. So how do you carry this forward? Gently. Tomorrow morning, when you wake, before your feet hit the floor, take one breath and whisper, I am in my new beginning. When you look in the other, look deeply into your own eyes and say, I see the light in you. When you feel the old loop start to pull, take your hand, place it on your heart, and remember the feeling of this prayer. You are integrating this shift now, not just performing it. You are the living mystery, you are the transformation. If this sacred space has felt like a homecoming for your soul, and you wish to continue this journey of remembrance with us, subscribe and join our circle. You are not just a viewer, you are a cherished part of a global community of women, waking up together